I just want to see my balance. That line made the manager laugh loud enough for the whole lobby to turn. A homeless-looking old man, asking for a check like he belonged there. Security moved in. Customers whispered. But the moment the card hit the system, the manager's face drained, and the room felt a truth no one was ready for. Before we go any further, we'd love for you to hit that subscribe button. Your support means the world to us, and it helps us bring you even more powerful stories. Now let's begin. Thomas Kellen walked into the Lakeside branch just after sunrise, dressed in a faded jacket that hung loose on his shoulders. The fabric smelled faintly of old rain, and the cuffs were worn soft from years of hands wiping cold mornings away. He looked like someone who slept near vents behind office buildings. The kind people avoid without thinking. The lobby lights buzzed overhead, warm but too bright. They reflected off the marble floor, making him squint for a moment. A few customers turned just long enough to decide he didn't belong here. A woman near the deposit slips whispered, "Why is he even inside this branch?" Someone else muttered, "He's lost." Thomas kept his pace slow, letting his boots scrape lightly across the tiles. His posture looked tired, but his eyes were awake, watching everything. He could feel the faint perfume from a loan officer drifting into the air. Somewhere behind him, a printer hummed through a batch of documents. The anonymous message replayed in his mind. "They're mistreating black customers. Poor folks too. Go check." No signature, no explanation. Just truth wrapped in warning. He hadn't slept after reading it. He refused to let rot grow inside a bank he quietly built from the ground up. So he came alone, wearing judgment's favorite target. Worn clothes, unshaved jaw, tired steps. He wanted honesty, not ceremony. As he reached the counter, a few employees paused their tasks. One teller nudged another, whispering something that made the second chuckle under his breath. A guard glanced over, hand tapping near his belt, ready to escalate a situation that didn't exist. Behind the counter stood Ross Halden, the branch manager. Mid-40s, expensive haircut, crisp shirt, eyes that scanned people before sentences. He looked at Thomas, like someone inspecting a problem left on his doorstep. Ross forced a smile that didn't survive past his lips. "Yes? What do you need?" Thomas placed a black diamond platinum card on the desk. The edges were worn, but the weight of it was unmistakable. "I just want to see my balance." A couple nearby customers shifted, amusement creeping into their faces. One whispered, "He thinks that card is real?" Another snorted softly. Ross tapped the card with his finger, smirking. "Sir, where did you get this?" Thomas didn't flinch. "Run it." Something in his tone made the nearby gossip fade for a moment. A quiet ripple moved through the room as eyes drifted toward the counter, waiting for whatever they assumed would be a mess. Thomas stayed still, shoulders relaxed, hands loose at his sides. He had seen this kind of moment before, people judging first, thinking later. He watched Ross with calm curiosity, letting the room's tension build naturally. The manager finally sighed, grabbed the card, and slid it into the terminal, and the lobby settled into a silence that waited to be broken. Ross held the card between two fingers like he was handling something suspicious. His smirk tightened, the kind that showed he already decided the ending before the scene even started. He straightened his tie, rolled his shoulders back slightly, and nodded to the guard. "Stay close," he murmured. The guard stepped forward, boots thudding softly against the floor. His presence alone made a few customers look over with interest. One man near the brochures whispered, "This is about to be embarrassing." Another said, "Why do these guys always try this stuff?" Ross slid the card into the reader with a dramatic pause, almost as if giving the room time to appreciate the show. Thomas didn't move. He rested one palm on the counter, tapping gently once, then twice, barely audible. His fingers looked steady, almost deliberate. His breathing stayed slow, controlled. Ross typed the card number with unnecessary force, each keystroke sharp and loud. "Sir," he said, voice dripping with sarcasm, "you understand this type of card is issued to our most elite clients, right?" Thomas gave a slow nod. "That's so." A woman in a blazer scoffed quietly. "He sounds confident for someone about to get kicked out." Another person muttered, "I hope they film this." Ross leaned closer to the monitor as the system loaded. He clicked a tab, frowned,